Gottlieb's tastes good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
What you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, with a higher BAC than your ABV, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Welcome in, everybody. That's us. We haven't been in the studio for a while.
Wow, it's been years.
Yeah, at least. I've had so many beers between now and the last time we were in the studio. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for listening. We are the Unfiltered Gentlemen. I'm Greg. That's Scott.
Hey.
And that's Dan.
What up?
Yeah. And we are excited to be drinking for you. We're doing the Lord's work.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening and telling your friends and subscribing to the show and all that good stuff. First, a quick thank you to all the people that submitted their summer beer reviews for the show last week for Batch 111. If you haven't heard that, go back and listen. Summer's not over yet. We got some good beer reviews.
Still have time.
Yeah, Crafty Christina, It's the Beer Girl, Nicole from Beauty and Beer.
Yeah, there's still time, especially if you're out in California. The sun's not going to start.
Oh, no.
It's still going to be heating up through October, November, I think.
At least, yeah. It might start raining in February.
Oh, my God.
Like a drizzle.
It's ridiculous,
dude. It doesn't rain.
That's
here.
our hard rain.
Yeah, sun's out, guns out for us.
That's right.
All year
Tone.
all year long, yeah. So everybody that submitted beer reviews, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. And shout out to Arlington, Virginia for picking up the leadership in listeners.
All right.
Yeah, what's up, East Coast?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe those political people are listening to the show now.
I don't know.
Arlington. It's pretty close to D.C., so... thank you guys out there. Don't forget when you're listening and you're tweeting and Instagramming all that stuff, pictures of beer to hashtag show us your beers. And if you got some great cans, we want to see them.
Yes, we do.
We love can art. Hashtag cans for cans.
Cans for cans.
Cans for cans. We should also do cans for Dans.
Cans for Dans. All the Dans, not just me.
Right. We don't want to discriminate against Dans.
That's right.
Yeah, all Dans get some cans.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you do that and rate and subscribe on iTunes and all... Oh, just breaking shit over here. And all of that good stuff. All right, I don't know about you fellas, but I'm feeling parched.
Let's do it.
Let's fix it.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for Beer of the Week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
We will indeed. This one comes to us from Ohio, courtesy of our old friend Phil.
Oh,
Phil.
shit.
Yeah, Phil the hockey guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we got to talking and we did a little beer trade. And he sent me a couple. I sent him a couple, including my favorite Midwest Pale. I hope he enjoyed that one.
Oh, right on.
Oh, yeah. So this one is Paradune Brewing. Never heard of it before. It's their BCB, their Belle Center Blonde. Like I said, it's from Ohio. It's 5.5%, 22 IBUs. It's got 3.79 on Untapped. Only has 52 ratings. It's a pretty small brewery out there. They just started canning, so he was able to get a crowler for us. It says a simple, clean, and crisp malty blonde, easy to drink and refreshingly light. This beer is great for those who enjoy a mild beer without all the fancy additions. Made in the heart of Ohio for our beautiful friends.
Say it was a Bavarian?
They call it the Belle Center Blonde.
Oh, okay.
Yes, not a Bavarian. This has been sitting in my fridge for about a week. We got it from about a week and some change ago, and I noticed there was a little air in the can when I opened it. It wasn't filled up all the way. The taste is fine, but I get this weird smell on it. It almost has like a what do you call it? Like a Berliner Weiss smell, like just a hint of tartness.
Yes,
but I don't taste it.
You
guys taste any tart?
I taste a little tart.
You guys are both very sensitive to tart.
yeah, and I taste a little bit of it, and I don't know if it's supposed to be that way or what was happening. So that's why I was a little confused on the.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's been in the fridge for a week and a half, and did have a little headspace in there, so it could have turned a hint. Weird thing is, it doesn't taste bad. It tastes like a blonde. You guys are way more sensitive to tart than I am, so I don't taste it, but I definitely smell it.
Yeah, you can smell it. I think as you drink it, you kind of get used to it, so I don't really taste it as much as that first time, where I was like, whoa, this is supposed to be a blonde, but now I'm kind of getting all the, where it's, all the blondie goodness as opposed to. That's why I was like, what the heck is going on here? But no, I can taste it now.
Yeah, there's some like some roasty malt behind it a little bit.
Okay.
I would say kind of, easy drinking as long as, it's not sour.
Yeah.
So interesting. And he sent me a couple more. He sent me a tea beer, which we'll have to try. It's beer made out of tea. So we'll have to
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to give it a shot.
We're going to have to.
Yeah, I had one of them, and there's another one that's left to be had. So we'll have to have those on an upcoming show, because that to me is weird as fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no hops. There's no malt.
Yeah.
How do you call it beer?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
Yeah.
I am as well. So we'll have to give that a shot coming up in a little bit.
I can see.
Yes. So thank you, Phil, for the beers.
Yes.
We will enjoy these.
Thank you.
And we always appreciate beer submissions. All right. We've been gone for a while. We've done some things. There's a lot to bitch about.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
Before I get to bitching, let me tell you about the good news. Brewed a new beer over the weekend. Brewed a Martzen. Just in time for October. Have a little Oktoberfest beer. So that thing's down there cooking. Be ready probably another 4 or 5 weeks.
All right.
Let's see how the ferment went really fast. Like I pitched the yeast, and like within a few hours it was chugging. It was like blub, blub, blub. I woke up the next morning like 6 hours after I'd pitched, and it was just pounding away. It was insane. And then by like day 2.5, it like totally slowed down. So I don't know if it's just like super fast acting yeast. I've never used this yeast before, or if I did something wrong. I guess we'll find out in a few weeks.
Oh no!
See what happens.
Beer science.
Yeah, seriously.
You have to go down there with the music playing.
Walk into the kitchen.
From a bottle, from a can.
His girlfriend just looks at me like I'm insane. And also went to Colorado while we were on our little vacay there, and boy did I stay hydrated. Went to Colorado Springs, visited some family, went to a few breweries, Bristol Brewing, which I've been to before. Found a new one. We were just driving down the street and we saw craft beer in big words and just slammed on the brakes. And it was called Fossil Brewing.
Oh shit!
And their IPAs were phenomenal.
Fossil Brewing.
Fossil Brewing, a little tiny strip mall, kind of in the middle of nowhere, and really, really good. I was very impressed. Went to Colorado Mountain Brewing, went to Denver, went to Renegade, where I did an interview with the owner, Brian O'Connell.
All right.
And that'll be our Bullpen beer. It was one of the Renegade beers. Smuggled some back. We also went to True Brewing, which I'm sorry was not that good. I've heard really good things. The TR and like the U's look like a V.
Oh.
True Brewing. Went to a few others that are escaping me, but had some overall really good beer while in Colorado. I did the interview with Brian at Renegade, and afterwards he was very nice and handed me a lot of beer to take home.
Wow.
Oh wow!
But we had flown to Denver, and he handed me like 18 beers or something. I'm like, shit, what are we gonna do with this? We weren't there for much longer. It was like one or two more days, and I was like, we could drink all these, yes, but we also wanted to go try some of the other local breweries and explore, and didn't want to only drink this. So we're like, what can we do? So we started Googling, like, can you fly with beer?
Yeah.
And you can.
Oh, okay.
By the way, you just have to check your bag. So I went to the local Target and bought a bunch of like gallon Ziploc bags and just put each beer in its own Ziploc bag and zipped it up and just stuffed it between my clothes and then checked my bag and it came back, nothing exploded.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so we'll be having
nothing was drank.
I was also worried about that.
Yeah, those bastards.
Yeah.
Well, I got to confiscate this.
Yeah. This doesn't look safe.
Yeah.
This might be a bomb.
Yeah, so it's a beer bomb. But yeah, so we're gonna have some delicious Renegade in a couple of few. Even I love going to like Coors Stadium or whatever. They have a lot of good craft beer there too. It's not just Coors, luckily.
That's good.
Yeah, way more than Dodger Stadium has. So that was a lot of fun. And finally, Big Dick Nick from the Booze Bitches over there. Two things about BDN, known to our listeners as Average Dick Nick. He had a birthday party over the weekend. We had a blast. He's got a kegerator in his backyard. He built this little like shanty and has a kegerator back there. He had a keg of Chronic Ale from Pizza Port on tap. we got schmammered.
Schmammered.
It was a wreck.
Oh, man.
We got so drunk that somebody at the end of the night thought it was a great idea to pull out tequila.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
my God.
It's one of those kind of nights.
That's never a good idea.
No. And after like a shot of tequila, I looked at my girlfriend. I was like, you know what? I'm going to need to stop drinking. She's like, why? I was like, I don't know if I could get any drunker and actually Uber us home. And she's like, oh, no, I'm feeling okay. I can Uber us home. I'm like, well, here we go.
Oh, my. Here we go.
Here we go. So I do not remember getting home that night. Yeah. But it was good.
Oh, man.
Next day, puked a few times, boot and rallied.
jeez.
God, I drank so much. He had a taco guy there.
Oh, wow.
It was phenomenal.
Oh, that's awesome.
He had a shit ton of tacos. And somebody at one point in the night just ordered like 8 Toppers pizzas. For those of you who are not local, Toppers is a really good pizza joint out here.
It
but
is.
They are not cheap.
That's true, right?
Yeah, and
that's true.
He was drunk. He's like, I just want some Toppers right now.
Yeah.
So Guru ordered a bunch of Toppers. Also, the Booze and Tug Football League is coming back.
Yes.
If you recall, the commish, Wally, lost to Dan's Beard last year in
That's
a
right.
very embarrassing battle for the
yeah.
championships. Who loses to a fake team? Well, Wally does because he's a bitch. It's coming back. We're starting it up. The draft is this week. We needed to complete our team this time with 5. No fake teams this time.
That's good.
Because, boy, was that fun.
It was unfair. Naming the one of them after my beard was very unfair.
Right. That's just like giving someone steroids.
Yeah.
That's an unfair advantage.
It's like the Jesus team. It's like, you're not going to beat my beard, dude. It's not happening.
That thing turns water into beer. So it's 3 of us, Nicole from Beauty and Beer, and we needed a 5th, and we thought, why not? One of the best in fantasy history, Average Dick Nick.
Oh.
So we've lured him over from the dark side. He will be
man.
joining us as our 5th as we take on the booze bitches. It'll be interesting because his wife is on the booze cast, so
Oh, wow.
there'll be a lot
Snaps.
of shit being flung.
Wow, there goes that marriage.
Yeah, it was a good while it lasted.
Yeah,
I think.
well.
I think they just celebrated their 5th anniversary.
Yeah, that's long enough.
That'll be the last
It's
one.
longer than most of mine last.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all
Yeah.
she wrote for that. So we'll be drafting this week and kicking the shit out of them. Speaking of drafts,
Oh, yeah.
Dan's unhappy with some
Oh, boy.
drafting.
Yeah. I had my draft yesterday for Sunday for the league that I run, and usually how that goes is we do a live draft. Everyone shows up, and we all get hammered, and we pick some players.
Like
and,
a paper draft, or just everyone brings their laptop?
Well, here's the thing. Usually, I use the ESPN. And they have a nice little app that you can use on your computer.
Okay.
And then I use a like an adapter that plugs into my TV.
Oh, cool.
So I kind of put the whole big board using that little app.
So it's like a 21st century paper draft.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Pretty
like it.
much. Everyone likes it. There's a timer there, so
Yeah.
you got your 90 seconds or whatever, and
Not everyone's
likes it.
staring at their own device.
Exactly, and usually, I have the person that came in last, operate the computer because, and it's so easy. Like a monkey can do it, and usually a monkey ends up being last in my league anyway. So you know what I mean.
So it's perfect. Yeah,
it's perfect. It's always worked out. Fortunately, this year. And I don't know if anyone else has had this problem, if anyone else even does this, but they got rid of that app, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was all ready to go. I was about 2 beers deep already.
Yeah.
And I had it. I was like, all right, let me just click the button. I'm like, where the fuck is the button? And it wasn't there. So I was like, okay, I was looking around. Am I drunk? What's going on here? I couldn't find it. I had the resident Asian that's in our league look at my computer like, can you help us?
Right,
fix
you're
this?
smart.
Yeah, come on, do math. And he couldn't figure it out either.
Oh, damn.
So I was like, okay, we're screwed. But luckily, before everyone had showed up, I'm a smart Mexican, and I happened to use
Glad to hear it.
an Excel sheet. And
Okay.
I made one that kind of resembled the board that we usually use.
Oh, yeah.
And I just had everyone's name up on top, the rounds on the side. And we all just kind of started, I was like, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to type it in, every name.
Ooh.
Yeah, to type it in myself. So I'm going to have to remain somewhat sober to do this.
What a pain in the ass.
It really was. It really was. And by the end of it, I was kind of pissed off because at the end of all this, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to enter every single pick one by one. Manually into the computer.
No.
So my grievance is with ESPN because they've been dropping things. It seems like annually. It's just something else.
A different
missing.
feature every time.
Yeah. Before it was the draft ranking. Everyone used to like to see like the grades that it would get for everyone's draft.
yeah.
And they don't do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Before that, there was like the commissioner kit where it would, you could send stupid shit to everybody and power rankings. They don't do that anymore. They didn't do that a couple seasons ago. So I'm thinking either this is the last straw or we're gonna have to start doing our draft at like Hooters or Buffalo Wild Wings or something.
You had me at Hooters.
Because the commish needs a break, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, Commissioner Dan.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The fucking Booze and Tug this year is on Yahoo, and I hate Yahoo's fantasy setup. We haven't done the draft yet, so we'll see how that goes. Their app is, speaking of like monkeys could use it, is so not intuitive. Somebody's out there like, it's the best app in the world.
Right, that's what I've heard too.
I can't stand it. It doesn't make sense to me. ESPN's app makes so much more sense to me. I hate the Yahoo app. I hate that I have to use my Yahoo email, which I don't fucking use anymore. It's left over from high school. Do you guys know my Yahoo address?
No.
Exactly. Nobody knows my fucking Yahoo address. I don't use it anymore.
Right.
Fuck you, Yahoo, for making me use that.
It's true.
ESPN doesn't make me use my ESPN address. Like, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
And just clunky, and I hate it. And so I'm not looking for it. Now, the Booze and Tug is on that one, and so is another league I'm in. I'm just like, fuck. So I've got my Yahoo app. I got my ESPN app. I'm also doing one of the knockout, whatever you call those.
Oh, yeah. Those
Yahoo
are pretty
as
cool.
well. Those are fun, but once again, on Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahoo's rough, man.
I fucking hate Yahoo.
Yeah, I don't like their app. Doesn't really, it doesn't work for me either. Like, I don't know. Like, I was able to join the league from the email, and luckily my phone remembered, because I don't remember my fucking Yahoo.
I don't have a clue what my Yahoo is.
To log into my computer, I'm going to have to remember. I don't remember, dude.
Yeah,
so.
luckily my phone and my computer, they're all like Apple, so they all like sync with each other, and they all remember my password, because if not for that, I'd be creating a new account or something.
Correct.
I have no fucking clue.
It's nuts.
And poor Nicole, she's like, hey, I don't have a Yahoo, and I really don't want one. Like, do I have to sign up? I was like, sadly, you do have to sign up, because Wiley's a bitch, and he's making us do Yahoo. She's like, wow, he's really a bitch. No, she didn't say that. I may have filled that in, but it made sense. So,
so going back to your draft real quick, so this could be to your advantage. If you put it on a spreadsheet and only you have that spreadsheet,
that's true.
When you transfer it, all the good players get on your team because they're all drunk. They're not going to remember.
That's true. Some asshole took pictures of it though. I think they thought ahead.
What man, there's one of those in every group.
I know.
Yeah, because someone is like texting, like, because I haven't done it yet. I mean, I'll probably have to do it during work or something tomorrow or something.
Right when you're not busy.
What do you mean they don't trust you?
Yeah.
Oh come on.
Yeah, I don't know. And they were like, "Does anyone have any pictures of what the draft results were?" And I was like, "Oh shit, someone took a picture. I don't remember that."
Yeah.
So.
You're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I'm all passed out and in the picture somewhere. Like,
and they're taking all your good players.
Oh man.
Yeah, I should have done that. Like, take a picture and start photoshopping it. Like, I had Tom Brady.
I know.
That was another problem I had with this year's draft. For all my drafts, I didn't get to watch football hardly at all last year. I really didn't get to watch the playoffs because when the season started, we started packing up to move, and then we were moving, and then we were unpacking. So every weekend was spent like moving or unpacking or whatever.
Right.
And I didn't really finish until postseason. I'm like, I don't know anything about football this year, so I relied heavily on pre-rankings and ESPN telling me who was good and not good.
Yeah.
I hope I did okay. Aaron Rodgers was ranked the top quarterback, according to ESPN, in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of has him top ranked, but I don't know.
It seems a little
see.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the reason why is from last season he got hurt. So
I guess.
Oh yeah.
I mean, otherwise he probably could have had a lot of points.
He's the highest paid, so
yeah, he is.
It's true, right?
Top ranked.
I feel like the league's hurting for quarterbacks right now.
Yeah.
Like, not that he's not good or Tom Brady's not good, but they're old. Like, they don't have a whole lot left.
Yeah.
Especially Tom Brady. The dude's like 53, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man. It's like once you got a quarterback, you better give him all your money, and because you're not going to find another one for a long time.
Do not lose him.
Nope.
All right, that's enough of that. Old timey word of the week: cow-handed.
Yes.
Cow-handed. It means they're as awkward as a cow trying to grasp something.
It's like, what did O'Houlihan say from Dodgeball? It's like watching a bunch of retards trying to hump a doorknob.
I was like, I don't know. I can think of it as if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
He says that too.
So cow-handed. Go tell someone clumsy that they're cow-handed.
I love it.
They do. Yeah.
That's such a good one. Cow-handed.
That made me chuckle.
Yes.
All right. Let's class things up a little bit.
This one's a classy dame with a great palate. It's Beer Babe of the Week.
It is indeed. Her name is Katie, and you can find her on the grams. That's the Instagrams at Wild Mountain Time. All one word. No spaces, no dots, no dashes. But unfortunately for Scott, time is spelt like the herb.
I noticed that.
Yeah, Thyme. And I don't think Scott's ever heard of time as something not on your wrist.
No.
I don't think he knew it was an herb.
I did not know that.
Yes.
throw my watch in the cake or something.
Wow. Yeah, I also wouldn't put time in a cake. That sounds kind of gross.
Okay. Well.
So there you have it. Yeah, so
Don't forget to listen to my cooking show, by the way.
Yeah. It's called Food Poisoning with Scott. Learn how to give yourself the shits. Sorry, Katie. She's drinking a delicious Hurricane from Treehouse Brewing. God, I wish we'd get Treehouse Brewing out here.
Right.
So good. Go give her a follow at Wild Mountain Time, THYME, on the grams, and I think you'll be happy that you did.
Oh, show.
I know we talked a little sports, but let's talk just a little bit more.
And now, the sports, brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Whether it's the Baltimore Chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
It is indeed, and Dan has a very nice and new article on cleaning up the glass.
Oh, yeah, I do. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's regarding Jerry West, man. And it's
the logo.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how many more of them I'm going to do of this, but I don't know. Just ever since I've joined Twitter, I've kind of noticed a very large disrespect towards the older time, even
some
90s.
Of the greatest.
Yeah, even Michael Jordan's getting a lot of hate for whatever reason, but I don't know.
Those old timers play defense.
Yeah, so I was like, someone's got to take it upon themselves to like get everyone to at least respect everything that came before it, because without it we wouldn't have all the players how they're playing today.
It's true.
So I don't know. I just kind of delved into Jerry West and some of his things that he's done, the way he played the game, and I was really amazed with how he did it. So I just thought the way I wrote it is just like a comparison of Jerry West to players from like Michael Jordan to LeBron James to Steph Curry, and the reasons why I think he kind of compares to those players. So
he's not the logo for no reason.
Exactly.
If you had to pick someone who is playing currently to be the new logo,
oh man,
who would it be?
The only thing I can think of probably is LeBron James, but when he does that crazy dunk where it's like cocked back all the way and like his legs are bent.
And it looks like he's flying a little bit.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking. That's the only other one I could probably think of.
Yeah, it's got to be someone who plays a little D.
Yeah.
And to LeBron's credit, he does play a little D.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
A little.
Yeah. He's also got a little. Never mind. Baseball news. The Dodgers. Good news, everybody. Dodger Stadium might be a shithole, and those hot dogs might be rolled up bologna, but they have finally started selling beer seat side. So the people are coming up and down the aisle selling beer. They said it's both domestic and specialty, which means craft. And you don't have to get up anymore to get drunk.
Wow, very nice.
It's about time. I guess they had to get like a different permit or something.
That's pretty cool. I got to say, I like Dodger games and going to them, and I felt like a reason why I like to do it is because when I had to go get a beer, it could be at any time, really. Where basketball, it's like you go at the end of the first quarter or, start of a quarter, but you're getting up with everybody else. Yeah, and even football's the same way, where you're fighting all these animals to get a beer or whatever, where it's like baseball, it's like anytime.
Yeah.
Get up. Like while the batter's warming up or they're changing pitchers, anytime get up and get a beer. So, hey, this is one last time I got to get up. Now I only got to get up to pee.
That's true. If I have to get up, I like to do it when the home team's batting.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Lines are always way shorter.
Yeah.
There's always a TV right there. It's not like you're going to miss any action.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I found going to some other stadiums? The Rockies did this. Who else has done it? I don't remember. Somebody else has done it. They won't let you walk down the aisle after you've gotten your beer if a Rocky, like a home player, is at bat.
Oh, really?
You have to wait till something's happened or the other batter's walking up. They will not let you walk down while he's mid-bat.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, they don't do that at Dodger Stadium. We're not classy.
I know, right?
Apparently. So.
Everyone just get up and go.
Yeah. Just run around, you monkeys.
You got to go. You got to go.
Yep. They can't stop you from leaving.
Oh, correct.
Obviously, but they will stop you from going down the aisle.
Yeah, and if you ever plan to get out of there at any decent time, you got to leave by like the fourth inning.
Oh, I know. I park as close to the exit as possible.
Oh.
I don't care how long a walk that is. I'm going to get out of there so much faster.
That's very Griswold of you.
Clark W.
Yeah.
Football starts this week, as we sort of mentioned already, and that's exciting. I'm so excited to finally watch a little football. Like I was watching preseason football.
Yeah, I know.
Pathetic. I was just dying.
Been
for
a
it.
jonesing for some of football.
Yeah. Yes, I have. Speaking of football, the Browns and Bud Light have worked out something where Bud Light has put victory fridges around the stadium and around bars in that area. And upon the first game or first win of the season for the Browns, the Bud Light fridges will automatically start dispensing Bud Light.
That is awesome.
That's great.
As if the Browns fans haven't had enough already. Now they're going to be forced to drink Bud Light.
I can see the ad now. New fridge, hardly ever used.
I think
Make an offer.
At this point, I don't know. It's very, like you said, it's very Browns of them, I think. You know, it's like, hey, you guys won. Here you go.
Right.
You guys thirsty for a win? You're thirsty for some Bud Light.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now, how many games did they win last year?
Let me count.
Settle.
On no hands.
Yeah, those poor fridges.
Yeah. You know it's going to be real cold in there.
Oh, man.
Don't have to worry about anything.
Think about your stale beer.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed too, like, you know, just to kind of add on very quickly, that you guys were very nice, and I am the resident Raider fan, but we're not discussing on the rundown at least that Khalil Mack got traded from my team.
You know why? Because I was so fucking confused by it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What happened?
You know, here's the thing. Like, I think he had one more year on his contract, and he decided to just hold out, and he wanted money. And the Raiders were like, we're, you know, the negotiating, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
What I heard what happened is the Raiders actually caved and said, here's $20 million, you know, a year for, and he came back and his agent said, no, we want 23. And they said, get the hell out of here. So before the season started.
Not that extra 3.
Yeah. So before the season started, they pretty much, they said, here, we're looking for 2 first-round picks and blah, 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 this and that. And then people were saying, you're not going to get that from any team. And then the Bears came and they offered them that.
The Bears. Yeah,
So
because
they went
Gruden was
shit
talking about excited to have him on his team and all this stuff. And then Gruden's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Yeah. And I don't know how much they paid, but, you know, and that's the difference, you know, is that they don't have their quarterback in place, you know, like they're one of those teams, like you said, still either searching or they have a rookie quarterback, like Goff is from the Rams too. And who was that? Aaron Donald got signed by the Rams pretty recently, and he was like the highest paid defensive player. I'm like, that's not good. That's going to hurt us. Like, now we have to pay Mac. Damn, man. Right. So, yeah, so I kind of see it. You know, I don't know. You got to do what you got to do. It's definitely a business decision, and, you know, you can't pay the quarterback and a linebacker and expect your team, like, I mean, those are just 2 players, basically,
right,
with the quarterback being like the focal point in the NFL. I mean, you can't win without that, you know, so.
Somewhere Kirk Cousins is laughing in a corner watching Aaron Rodgers get paid.
Right.
He's like, I'm next, bitches. And I'm only Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, he's going to do it.
Yeah, he probably will. And finally, UFC 229 is set. It's going to be Khabib, I don't know how to say his name. I wouldn't even pretend to say his last name, versus McGregor. Everyone's excited that McGregor's getting back in the ring. That'll be October 6th. That'll be a very nice drinking event.
Yeah.
It's always fun to drink.
Always good to watch him fight UFC.
Yeah.
I don't know about him boxing. But.
No, I don't need to watch that. I'm quite good with the boxing thing. So.
Yes.
All right, cool. Let's speaking of sports, I think we should call the pen.
He calls to the bullpen for
Beer.
He does indeed. The beer is being passed around. Like I said, this one came smuggled from Denver from my recent trip. Thanks to Brian for hooking up quite a bit of beer. This is Renegade Brewing's Redacted IPA. Take a little bit of that while they pour it around over there. 7%, 60 IBUs. Has a 3.81 on Beer Advocate, 3.67 on Untapped. It says, formerly known as Righteous, this rye IPA has been a taproom staple since day one. Redacted is brewed with 20% rye malt, which contributes a note of black pepper to balance the citrusy hop. Redacted is a recipe developed in the backyard of brewery founder Brian O'Connell and has been Renegade's #1 seller on draft. What do you fellas think of Redacted?
Always like a rye. It's very toasty.
Yeah, it kind of just rounds everything out.
Yeah, very malty, toasty kind of flavor. Very bold, and I can dig that.
Yeah, you know, some malty beers take away from the hops.
Right.
Seems like rye kind of adds to the hops.
Yeah.
Rounds out the hops
I
a
can
little bit.
co-sign that.
Yeah. Brian will be on the show in just a couple of weeks. This is 111. He'll be on 113 talking about this and many other beers. And on Beer Harmony, we recently did their triple IPA as our review for that. Their triple, man, that thing is dangerous and delicious. Endpoint triple IPA. But is this a winner? Is this a good one?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
very good.
They'll be so happy. Our stamp of approval.
Yes.
All right, let's do a little news before we get up on out of here.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
Lodge Brewing, which I've been to down the middle of BFE in eastern LA region. Great beer, horrible area. They received a cease and desist letter from Major League Baseball because they have a beer called Clayton Kerhop.
That's a good one, man.
And to be fair to MLB, like they really bit off the Dodgers logo.
Oh, did they?
For the can, yeah. And I'll try and post a can. Hopefully we don't get sued also. I'll post a picture of the can. It's blue with the Dodgers text, the font, whatever, and Clayton Kerhop and everything.
Oh man.
It's a good beer. It's unfortunate that they can't use it.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? Like the best ideas are already taken.
Right. Yeah. It's hard because that one's like it's kind of a homage, if you will.
Right.
So why are you getting mad? But at the same time, all right, if they feel that they're making money off of their logo, their namesake.
Probably. There's a lot of Dodger fans that are probably just going to drink it because of that. So
right.
I could see that.
Yeah, and along the same lines, In-N-Out sends a cease and desist letter to 7 Stills Brewing, which is up in NorCal. They have a beer called In-N Stout, and I'm showing the guys a picture of it right now.
Oh man,
it looks exactly like an In-N-Out cup. For those of you on the East Coast, In-N-Out is a burger chain out here developed on the West Coast.
That's right, and be envious because it's delicious.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
Yeah. Drama aside, going on with whatever donations they've contributed to, those burgers are goddamn delicious. Now, to In-N-Out's credit, their cease and desist was a little cheeky, if you will.
It was all right.
It says, based on your use of our marks, we felt obligated to hop to action in order to prevent further issues from brewing. We hope you appreciate, however, that we are attempting to clearly distill our rights by crafting an amicable approach with you, rather than barrel through this. Please contact us as soon as possible so this does not continue to ferment. Thank you for your time and consideration. We look forward to resolving this in good spirits.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's filled with booze puns.
I always like a cease and desist letter that sounds like they had a couple cans of the said beer or whatever while they're writing it. Like, it's good, but they gotta fucking stop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, we're not mad at this beer.
Yeah.
It's pretty tasty.
Very good. I love that.
Just wish you didn't call it In-N Stout. Mm-hmm. I mean, and as much as we hate Budweiser, to their credit, how good was when they cease and desist on the Dilly Dilly.
That's what I was thinking of right now.
Yeah, and they sent the town crier or whatever. So this next story is going to need a little music to go along with it. That's right. We just rickrolled everybody.
That's right. Show's over. You got it rickrolled.
We just lost all listenership.
Yeah, like, oh, damn it.
Mikkeller Brewing announces that they're going to open up a new London bar with Rick Astley. Woo! Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Apparently, Mikkel, who's the guy's name, is a huge fan of Rick Astley.
Oh, man.
Finally got to meet his idol a couple years back, and they started talking, and they're going to open a bar together.
That is awesome. Especially for he performs there.
Oh, you know what's going to happen.
My God.
How could he not open it up?
Dude, if I got properly faded and then he starts singing, that'd be so fucking awesome, dude. That'd be great.
Would you put on a trench coat and start dancing?
Comb my hair all big and shit.
Is that not the rapiest video? That trench coat dancing around and shit?
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Did you see when he went up on stage with the Foo Fighters?
No.
Oh, God. He was at I don't remember where they were, but the Foo Fighters were doing a concert, and Rick Astley was there, so they called him up, and Foo Fighters started playing this song and singing along with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
No one's cooler than the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That guy's just got like the deepest voice, like out of nowhere too. He looks like he talk like this,
right?
Or something, but oh my God, such a deep voice.
And also it's like, hello, ladies.
Yeah,
it's a very like loungy crooner voice.
There you go. You're right.
Should we leave the music going, or should we save people?
Oh, you better keep playing it.
Here we go. I'm gonna let it roll. See what I did there? Good news, Illinois. You guys just passed a law that allows breweries to sell guest beer in tap rooms. Before they could only sell what was actually produced there. Now I guess they can buy other beers to sell in their tap room.
Good job, Illinois.
Yeah, good job.
Cool.
Welcome to the 19th century. And finally for today's news, Miller, those assholes at Miller Brewing, have ceased production. This is so weird. On Two Hats. Two Hats, I guess, beer or brewing. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of Two Hats?
No.
I had never heard of it before this news story. I guess it was a beer company that Miller came up with, like just invented out of nowhere, and it was aimed at millennials. like 26 to 38 or something like that, to like sell them shitty beer under a good name.
Really?
Yeah, it was all light beer, and it all had like fruity flavors in it.
Oh, that's...
Or at least the two pictures I saw.
Was it Two Hats or Ballast Point?
Yeah, Ballast Point Light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like light beer with pineapple, and the other one was like light beer with passion fruit or something.
That's strange.
Yeah. It's like, oh, no wonder after 6 months they're not doing well, because that sounds disgusting.
Right.
So I guess you can still get this through early 2019 if you've been dying to get some Two Hats, some fruity light beer.
Wow.
Yeah, then go right ahead. So no thanks. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for listening. I'm going to fade this out.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Yeah,
now.
I think so.
Sadly.
Yeah, sorry, Dan. I'll burn you a CD.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Thanks for joining. I think we got through everything today. And make sure you support us as we fight to beat the booze bitches. In our
Yes.
Booze and Tug Fantasy Football
Fight the good
League.
fight.
Yeah, we're fighting the good fight and drinking the good drink. So make sure you follow along at theunfilteredgentleman.com. We'll post links and whatnot on our social medias if you want to follow along with the fantasy action.
Yeah, unless we're doing bad, and then we won't.
No, then we'll delete everything. Yeah. But they lost to a beard.
That's true.
In the championships last year, so I'm not incredibly worried about it. This year they're going to lose to your dick.
That's right. My dick.
Instead of D's nuts, your team should be Dan's nuts.
Dan's nuts.
Dan's nuts. Sorry. Anyways, yes, theunfilteredgentleman.com and at theunfilteredgentleman on social media, except for Twitter, at unfilteredgents. Don't forget to leave us a drunk voicemail, 805-538-BEER, 2337. We want your calls, and you can text us, too, if you want. If you're drunk, just pick up the phone and dial/message that number.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably be sorry you did. And I think that's it. A couple weeks, we have Brian from Renegade Brewing. Thanks again, everybody, last week for the summer beer reviews. And we'll see you next week, guys. Stay hydrated. And on that note, good night, everybody.